My dear friends, I want to take a moment to say something important today, something that speaks directly to the heart of who we are as individuals. Do you ever feel like you've spent your entire life putting others first? Whether it's your children, your partner, your friends, or even your job, you give and give, but somehow, you forget to give back to the one person who needs it most, you. Now, don't get me wrong. Loving and caring for others is one of the most beautiful things we can do as human beings. But there's a problem when it comes at the cost of your own peace, health, and happiness. And let's be honest, how many of us have fallen into that trap? How many of us have spent years, even decades, prioritizing everyone else, thinking we'll take care of ourselves later? But what happens when later never comes? As we age, especially past 65, we often feel an overwhelming sense of duty to keep sacrificing. Maybe it's because we've always done it. Maybe it's because we don't want to be seen as selfish. Or maybe, just maybe, we've forgotten what it feels like to put ourselves first. This is your reminder that it's never too late to change. This isn't about being selfish. It's about living the life you deserve. A life full of respect, joy, and purpose. Because here's the truth. If you don't take care of yourself, no one else will do it for you. If you haven't already, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when a new video drops. Your support truly makes a difference. If you found value in this video, a like and share would mean a lot in helping me reach more people with these important lessons. And I'd love to hear from you. If you're enjoying this topic, leave a 1 in the comments or a 0 if you'd like to see something different. Your feedback helps me improve and bring you the content you want. Over the next 35 minutes, we're going to talk about 5 critical things you should never, ever sacrifice for anyone. Your self-respect, your health, your dreams, your values, and your happiness. These are non-negotiable. And by the time we're done, I hope you'll not only understand why these are so important, but you'll also feel inspired to protect them fiercely, starting today. Before we dive in, let me ask you this. What's one thing you've been sacrificing for too long? Is it your health? Your peace of mind? Maybe your dreams? I'd love for you to share it in the comments below. Let's start a conversation, because I believe we can all learn from one another. Remember, this isn't just a video. It's a wake-up call to start living for yourself again. Are you ready? Point 1. Self-respect. Let's start with the foundation of it all, self-respect. Now, I want you to pause for a moment and think about this. How do you see yourself? Not how others see you, but how you see yourself. Do you treat yourself with the same kindness and respect you show to the people you love? Self-respect is the cornerstone of everything. It's not about pride or ego. It's about the quiet, inner strength that comes from knowing your worth. It's about valuing who you are, standing up for yourself, and not allowing anyone to treat you as less than you deserve. Sadly, many of us, especially as we grow older, tend to let this slip. Why? Maybe it's because we don't want to upset anyone. Maybe we've been in relationships or situations where we've been told, directly or indirectly, that our needs don't matter as much as someone else's. Maybe we've spent so much time putting others first that we've forgotten how to prioritize ourselves. But let me tell you something. Self-respect is not negotiable. The way you allow others to treat you sets the standard for your life. If you accept disrespect, manipulation, or being taken for granted, you're sending a message, not just to others, but to yourself, that you're okay with being treated that way. And here's the hard truth. People will treat you the way you allow them to. If you tolerate being overlooked, they'll keep doing it. If you let someone cross your boundaries, they'll push even further. But the opposite is also true. When you demand respect, when you set firm boundaries, people will rise to meet them, or they'll step out of your life. And that's okay too. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but what if they don't understand? What if they leave? And here's my answer to that. The people who truly care about you will respect your boundaries. They will value your self-respect because they value you. Anyone who can't do that, they don't deserve to be in your life. Period. I'm not saying this is easy. It takes courage to stand up for yourself, especially if you've been quiet for years. But ask yourself this. How much longer can you keep bending? How much longer can you keep sacrificing your dignity just to keep the peace? At some point, you have to say, enough. Let me give you an example. Have you ever stayed in a situation? Maybe a friendship, a relationship, or even a job where you were unhappy just because you didn't want to make waves. Maybe you thought, it's not that bad, or I'll just put up with it a little longer. But deep down, it chipped away at your self-esteem, didn't it? That's the cost of losing self-respect. So, how do you rebuild it? How do you protect it? It starts with boundaries. Boundaries are not about being rude or selfish. They're about protecting your well-being. They're a way of saying, I respect myself, and I expect others to respect me too. It also means speaking kindly to yourself. Too often, we're our own worst critics. We call ourselves names, we focus on our flaws, and we forget to celebrate our strengths. But how can you expect others to respect you if you don't respect yourself first? Self-respect also means letting go of guilt. Many of us, especially as we age, feel guilty for putting ourselves first. We think, what if they think I'm selfish? But here's the truth. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. You can't pour from an empty cup. And let me say this. When you start to live with self-respect, something amazing happens. You begin to attract the right people into your life. People who see your worth, who uplift you, and who treat you the way you deserve to be treated. You also start to feel stronger, more confident, and more at peace with yourself. So, my friends, I want to ask you something. When was the last time you stood up for yourself? When was the last time you said, this is who I am, and I will not accept less than I deserve? If it's been too long, maybe it's time to make a change. Take a moment and share in the comments. What's one boundary you'd like to set in your life? Maybe it's saying no to something that drains you or stepping away from a relationship that no longer feels right. Whatever it is, I'd love to hear it. Remember, self-respect is not a luxury. It's a necessity. And you, my friend, are worth it. Point 2. Health. Let's talk about health. Not just physical health, but mental and emotional well-being too. Health is the foundation of everything in life. Without it, nothing else truly matters. Not success, not relationships, not even the dreams you hold dear. But here's the problem. Too many of us have spent years, maybe even decades, neglecting our health. We've convinced ourselves that we're too busy, or that it's selfish to focus on ourselves when there are so many other responsibilities demanding our attention. Does that sound familiar? I want to ask you something. How often have you skipped meals, ignored pain, or pushed through exhaustion because you felt like you had no other choice? How many times have you thought, I'll take care of myself later, only to find that later never comes? My friends, let me be blunt. There is no later when it comes to your health. Your body, your mind, and your spirit need care right now. And the truth is, as we age, the stakes get higher. What you could get away with in your 30s or 40s, skipping sleep, eating poorly, ignoring stress, catches up with you in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. So, what does it mean to take care of your health? It starts with the basics. Number 1. Sleep. Your body needs rest to heal and recharge. Don't wear exhaustion like a badge of honor. Prioritize sleep, even if it means saying no to late-night tasks or early morning obligations. Number 2. Nutrition. You are what you eat, and your body deserves the best. It doesn't have to be complicated. Just focus on fresh, wholesome foods that nourish you. And yes, you can still enjoy your favorite treats in moderation. Number 3. Movement. Our bodies were made to move, and staying active is key to feeling good. You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights. A simple daily walk, some gentle stretches, or even gardening can make a big difference. But health isn't just about your body. Your mental and emotional well-being are just as important. Let's face it, life can be overwhelming. Stress, anxiety, and even loneliness are common, especially as we get older. And yet, so many of us don't talk about it. I want to change that. Let's break the silence. If you're feeling overwhelmed, it's okay to ask for help. Whether it's talking to a trusted friend, seeking professional guidance, or even taking time to meditate or pray, caring for your mind is not a weakness, it's a strength. And let's talk about boundaries again, because they play a huge role in your emotional health. If you're constantly saying yes to things that drain you, you're putting your health at risk. It's okay to say no. It's okay to step back. And it's more than okay to put yourself first. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. But I've let my health go for so long. Where do I even start? The answer is simple. You start small. Take one step today, just one. Maybe it's drinking an extra glass of water, or taking a 10-minute walk, or turning off your phone an hour before bed. Whatever it is, start there. And then take another step tomorrow. Because here's the thing. Your health is an investment. Every small step you take adds up over time. And the more you invest in yourself, the more you'll have to give to the people and things you love. I want you to imagine something for a moment. Imagine waking up in the morning feeling refreshed, energized, and ready to take on the day. Imagine being able to enjoy time with your family, pursue your hobbies, or simply sit in peace without aches, pains, or worries weighing you down. That's the life you deserve. And it's not out of reach. But it starts with you making the decision to prioritize your health. Now, let me ask you something. What's one small change you can make today to take better care of yourself? Maybe it's swapping out soda for water, taking a walk after dinner, or scheduling that doctor's appointment you've been putting off. I'd love for you to share it in the comments below. Remember, your health is your greatest asset. Protect it fiercely. You are worth the time, the effort, and the care it takes to feel your best. Point 3. Dreams. Let's talk about something deeply personal. Your dreams? When was the last time you allowed yourself to dream? I mean really dream, without guilt, without fear, and without that little voice in your head saying, "It's too late." The truth is, your dreams are the spark that keep your spirit alive. They're not just for the young. They're for anyone with a heartbeat and a desire to live a life of purpose and passion. And yes, even after 65, your dreams matter just as much as they did when you were 25. But here's the sad reality. Too many people give up on their dreams. Maybe they faced too many rejections. Maybe life threw them a curveball, and they had to focus on surviving instead of thriving. Or maybe they listened to others who told them their dreams were unrealistic, foolish, or impossible. If that sounds familiar, let me tell you this. Your dreams are not foolish. They are not too big or too late. They were planted in your heart for a reason, and they are yours to pursue. But why do dreams matter so much? Because they give us direction. They remind us that life is more than just going through the motions. Dreams fuel our creativity, our curiosity, and our sense of purpose. They keep us moving forward, even on the hard days. Let me ask you something. What's one dream you've been putting off? Maybe it's something you've wanted to do since you were young. Or maybe it's something new that's been tugging at your heart lately. Have you always wanted to write a book, learn to paint, travel to a new place, or start a small business? Whatever it is, I want you to think about it right now. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but I'm too old to start now, or I don't have the time, energy, or resources, and to that, I say, nonsense. Age is just a number. There are countless stories of people achieving incredible things later in life. Colonel Sanders started KFC in his 60s. Grandma Moses didn't start painting until her 70s. If they could do it, why not you? The key is to start small. You don't have to accomplish your dream overnight. Take one tiny step today, then another tomorrow. If your dream is to write a book, start with one paragraph. If it's to travel, research destinations, or start saving a little money each month. Progress, no matter how small, is still progress. And let me be clear, pursuing your dreams is not selfish. It's an act of self-love and self-respect. When you chase your dreams, you're honoring the person you were meant to be. And here's the beautiful thing. When you live out your dreams, you inspire others, your family, your friends, even strangers. Think about this. What kind of example do you want to set for the people around you? Do you want to show them that it's okay to settle, to let go of what truly matters? Or do you want to show them that it's never too late to dream, to fight for what you want, and to create a life that lights you up? Dreams also have a way of transforming us. Sometimes, the pursuit of a dream is even more important than the dream itself. It challenges us, stretches us, and helps us grow. Even if the dream doesn't turn out exactly as you imagined, the journey will have been worth it. So, here's my challenge to you. Take a moment to reconnect with your dreams. Close your eyes and think about the one thing you've always wanted to do but never allowed yourself to pursue. What's stopping you? And what's one small step you can take today to bring that dream closer? I'd love for you to share your dream in the comments below. No matter how big or small, Your dream is valid, and it's worth fighting for. Let's inspire each other to take that first step. Remember, my friends, it's never too late to start. Your dreams are waiting for you. So why not make today the day you begin? Point 4. Values. Let's talk about values, the principles and beliefs that define who you are at your core. Your values are like a compass, guiding you through life's challenges and helping you make decisions that align with who you truly are. But here's the thing. In today's fast-paced, ever-changing world, it's all too easy to let go of those values in favor of convenience, approval, or pressure from others. I want you to think about this. How often have you made a decision, not because it felt right to you, but because it's what someone else expected? How many times have you silenced your inner voice just to avoid conflict or to make others happy? It happens to all of us. But every time you compromise on your values, you give away a little piece of yourself. Over time, those pieces add up, and you start to feel disconnected from who you are. That's why it's so important to hold on to your values, no matter what. Values are deeply personal. They can include honesty, kindness, loyalty, faith, integrity, or anything else that feels essential to your identity. They're the foundation of your character and the lens through which you view the world. When you live in alignment with your values, life feels meaningful. But when you stray from them, it creates a sense of discomfort, even guilt, that's hard to shake. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're in a situation where you're asked to do something that goes against your principles. Maybe it's a small lie to avoid conflict, or perhaps it's something bigger, like staying in an unhealthy relationship or environment because you don't want to upset anyone. In the moment, it might feel like the easiest choice. But deep down, you know it doesn't sit well with you. Over time, these small compromises can add up, and before you know it, you've drifted far from the person you want to be. And let's be honest, none of us want to look back on our lives and feel regret over the times we didn't stand up for what we believed in. So, how do you protect your values? The first step is to get clear on what they are. Take a moment to reflect. What do you believe in? What matters most to you? And what are the non-negotiables in your life? Once you've identified your core values, the next step is to live by them. This might mean having some tough conversations or making difficult decisions. It might mean saying no to opportunities or relationships that don't align with your beliefs. But let me tell you, staying true to your values is always worth it. And here's an important point. When you stand firm in your values, you inspire others to do the same. People will notice your integrity, your strength, and your commitment to what's right. Even if they don't say it, they'll respect you for it. Now, let's address a fear many of us have. What if standing by your values causes you to lose something? A relationship, a job, or even someone's approval? I won't lie to you, it's possible. But here's what you gain in return: peace of mind, self-respect, and the knowledge that you're living authentically. And let me tell you, those things are priceless. Living by your values also helps you build stronger, healthier relationships. When you're clear about who you are and what you stand for, you naturally attract people who share your values and respect your boundaries. These are the kinds of relationships that uplift you, not drain you. I want to ask you this. When was the last time you stood firm in your values, even when it wasn't easy? Or, on the flip side, is there a value you've compromised recently that you wish you hadn't? Take a moment to reflect on that. If you're comfortable, I'd love for you to share your experience in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else to stand strong in their own beliefs. Remember, my friends, your values are the essence of who you are. Protect them fiercely, and don't let anyone or anything make you compromise what truly matters to you. When you live in alignment with your values, you'll find a sense of peace and fulfillment that nothing else can give you. Point 5. Happiness. Finally, let's talk about something that often gets overlooked: your happiness. It's one of the most important things in life, yet so many people sacrifice it, sometimes without even realizing it. But here's the truth, my friends. Your happiness is not a luxury. It's not something you earn after working yourself to the bone or fulfilling everyone else's expectations. Your happiness is your right, and it deserves to be a priority in your life, no matter your age. Think about this. How many times have you told yourself, "I'll be happy when..." Maybe it's, "I'll be happy when my children are settled," or "I'll be happy when I've saved enough money," or even, I'll be happy when I've checked off everything on my to-do list. But here's the problem with that mindset. Happiness isn't something that magically happens once you've reached a certain milestone. It's something you cultivate every single day. Waiting for happiness is like waiting for the perfect weather to go outside. If you keep waiting, life will pass you by. Now, I want to be clear. Happiness doesn't mean you'll never have bad days. Life is full of ups and downs, and it's okay to feel sadness, frustration, or disappointment. Happiness is about finding joy and contentment even in the midst of life's challenges. It's about choosing to focus on the good, to celebrate the small wins, and to surround yourself with things that uplift your spirit. But here's where many of us go wrong. We let guilt get in the way. We think, if I focus on my own happiness, isn't that selfish? Or, if I choose joy, am I ignoring my responsibilities? Let me tell you this. Choosing happiness is not selfish, it's necessary. When you prioritize your happiness, you're not only taking care of yourself, but you're also creating a ripple effect for the people around you. Think about it. When you're happy and fulfilled, aren't you better equipped to love, support, and care for others? Now, let's address a tough question. What's standing in the way of your happiness? Is it a toxic relationship? A draining job? The pressure to meet someone else's expectations? Whatever it is, it's time to take a hard look at it and ask yourself, is this worth my peace of mind? Sometimes, prioritizing your happiness means making difficult decisions. It might mean walking away from people or situations that no longer serve you. It might mean setting boundaries with loved ones or learning to say no. It might even mean taking a step back and reevaluating what truly matters to you. And here's the thing. Happiness isn't about grand gestures or big changes. It's about the little things that bring you joy. Maybe it's spending time with loved ones, pursuing a hobby you love, or simply enjoying a quiet moment with a cup of tea. These small moments add up to a life well lived. I want you to take a moment right now and think about one thing that makes you truly happy. Maybe it's reading a good book, taking a walk in nature, or cooking your favorite meal. Whatever it is, make a commitment to do it this week. And don't just do it, savor it. Let yourself feel the joy it brings without any guilt or hesitation. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you did something purely for your own happiness? If it's been too long, I want you to share what you'll do this week to change that in the comments. Let's inspire each other to choose joy, one step at a time. And here's one final thought. Happiness is a journey, not a destination. It's not about having a perfect life. It's about embracing the imperfections and finding beauty in the everyday. So, stop waiting for happiness to find you. Instead, go out and create it. Remember, my friends, you are worthy of happiness. You deserve a life filled with laughter, love, and peace. Don't let anyone, including yourself, convince you otherwise. My dear friends, as we wrap up this conversation, I want to leave you with something to think about. Your life is precious. Every single day is an opportunity to create joy, find peace, and honor the incredible person that you are. We've talked about 5 things that you should never sacrifice: your self-respect, your health, your dreams, your values, and your happiness. These aren't just words or concepts. They're the building blocks of a life well lived. And the truth is, holding on to these things might not always be easy, but it is always worth it. You see, life has a way of testing us. There will always be pressures, distractions, and people who will ask you to compromise. But I want you to remember this. Your worth is not up for debate. You are deserving of love, respect, and joy simply because you are here. And yes, I know that change can feel overwhelming. If you've spent years putting others first or ignoring your own needs, the idea of prioritizing yourself might feel strange, even uncomfortable. But here's the beauty of it. You don't have to do it all at once. Start small. Take one step today, then another tomorrow. Maybe today, it's as simple as saying no to something that drains you. Maybe tomorrow, it's taking a walk, calling a friend, or revisiting a dream you thought you'd forgotten. Every little step matters. As you move forward, I want you to hold on to one simple truth. It's never too late. Whether you're 65, 75, or 95, there's always time to live a life that feels true to you. There's always time to reconnect with your values, nurture your dreams, and choose happiness. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. There's a whole community of people, right here, watching this video who are walking a similar path. So let's support each other. Let's share our stories, encourage one another, and remind each other that we're all in this together. Before we end, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you're taking away from this conversation? Is there a new habit you want to start? A boundary you want to set? A dream you're ready to pursue? Share it in the comments below. Your words might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. And if this message resonated with you, please like this video and share it with someone who might need a little encouragement today. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you never miss a chance to be part of these meaningful conversations. Thank you for spending this time with me. You are stronger, wiser, and more capable than you realize. Go out and live a life that reflects the incredible person you are. Take care of yourself, my friends. Until next time, stay true to who you are and never stop choosing yourself. You are worth it. Always.